In this corner of northern Italy, the sound of church bells ringing out over the valley of Marano di Valpolicella means one thing. The tiny commune of San Rocco and its 200 inhabitants are celebrating their favourite son Davide Formolo's recent Giro success.
His nickname is Roccia. It comes from when he was a kid and a parish used to organise summer camps in Prato al Stelvio, beneath the Stelvio Pass. He was around 10 years old when he came, and he had a suitcase for the clothes, but he never got changed and was always wearing the same thing. So the priest told him, "Davide, you have to get changed," and in the end he never did it. So the priest said, "You're like the rock, stubborn as a mule." And so he became the rock. And then a year later he came back and climbed the Stelvio Pass for the first time.
It was fun growing up with Davide. We used to go play in the fields and he was always on his bike, and so was I. And we used to cycle on the tracks, even some of the more difficult, off-road ones. He was very down to earth. He would come and call at my house, and we'd go out to play.
Many conoscenti of Italian cycling already held Roccia up as a rider for the future after his impressive Neo-Pro season in 2014. With showings in races such as the Tour de Suisse and the Italian Nationals, he received a call-up to the Giro, and at stage 4 in La Spezia, Formolo went on to proclaim his arrival to a worldwide audience.
What a glorious day, and what a glorious future for Italian cycling. They've taken another stage. Oh, Formolo, you have done it! Davide's day!
I was told to take part in the Giro only 2 weeks before the start. That's why I wasn't as fit as some other riders who have been training specifically since last June. I was given short notice, but it was still incredible to know that I was going to take part in the Giro. I arrived with the hope of making an impact, and while the 4th stage was demanding, I was still able to win. 20 of us broke away on the first incline because it was difficult to stay together at that speed, and then 1K before the last hill, I passed my teammates and got over the line. I think around the last 300 metres I felt I had won it. For 15 kilometres I was giving it everything, as I knew they were all right behind me and I wasn't that fast going downhill. So I had to keep pedalling, as I was worried that the team behind would overtake me easily with the slipstream. So I kept giving it my all to get over the line.
Però io continuavo a fare il massimo e sono riuscito ad arrivare.
I didn't see it on TV. I was listening on the radio. I really can't describe how I felt. It's something you need to experience. It was indescribable. No words could do it justice. It was simply out of this world.
I was shocked because I was out for a walk with my mum, and when I got back, I heard people screaming because he was in the lead. So I turned on the TV, and he had broken away with only 12 kilometers left. And then, when he won, I was amazed, and I could hear everyone cheering. And so I started cheering too.
Sometimes when I'm racing in a stage near the town, they all come and cheer me on. Or else they all meet up in the town square to watch me on TV. It's really nice. The other day, after the Giro win, they had a party in the square.
If that's how he can perform without specifically preparing for the race, with a big future destined for success, his friends and family will be with him all the way.
I get a bit emotional, a bit nervous, but I can control myself because I know that Davide has his goals and is doing his best. Both his mother and I are relaxed when we see him racing because we know the conditions, the atmosphere and even the falls are all part of the game. We hope he does as little harm as possible to himself, but it's part of his job, part of the sport.
When I go back home, all my friends will definitely be waiting there to greet me. After cycling around Italy for a month, it will be really nice to see them.